Hello and welcome to the Wednesday Worship Workshop. This is going to be the last one for this term, kind of a break over the summer. We're going to think a little bit about finger picking, so if you've got a plectrum you can put it down for a while and have a go with your right hand fingers. We're going to look at four chords. There's a D chord, or familiar kind of triangle shape. Then we're going to go on to E minor 7, and I'm doing this four fingered version of E minor 7. I've got fingers 3 and 4 down there. Then we're going to go to G, and again I'm doing a four fingered version of the G with fingers 3 and 4. And then the last chord is going to be an A7 sus4 chord. So that's finger 1 on the D string at the 2nd fret, finger 3 B string at the 3rd fret. It's called A7 sus4, nice sounding chord. Now, when we play those four chords, do you remember how many strings that you play? When you play a D chord, you only play 4 strings, you don't play these 2 strings. Why is that? Because that 3rd string down, if you remember what the guitar is tuned to, is a D string. The D string is called the root note. D chord, and as the word root implies, it needs to be at the bottom and the chord kind of grows up out of its root note. When we go to E minor 7 we play all 6 strings. Same thing, this top string here is the E string, that's the root note of our E minor chord. When we go to G, again we play all 6 strings, and that note there is the G note, which is the root note for our G chord. And when we go to an A chord, or an A sus4 in this case, we play 5 strings, not playing that E string. So there's our A string, which is the root note for the A chord. That's quite important to know where your different root notes are for the different chord shapes. Okay. Now, when we strum a chord with our right hand, we kind of sound all the strings simultaneously. And in order to do our D chord, we've got 4 strings vibrating there. In order to fingerpick, we're going to sound those strings one at a time. And what we're going to do, we're going to start from our D note, and we're just literally going to go straight down the 4 strings. Okay, and that's going to be our fingerpicking pattern. And we're going to do this, it's going to be on 1 and 2 and. So it's going to take 2 beats. 1 and 2 and. Like that. Now, what I'd suggest is, when you first start to fingerpick, if you're kind of new to this, a lot of people try and do that just with their thumb in the right hand. 1 and 2 and. That's a little inefficient because your thumb's having to kind of bounce down the strings, and then it ends up down there beneath the strings, and you have to come back up and get on the right string. So when I first started fingerpicking, I used to use my thumb and index finger, and I'd maybe use my thumb on the first 2 strings, then my index finger on the other 2. And then after a while, I tried that for a while, and then I started to find that a little inefficient, so I introduced a second finger in the right hand, and I used my thumb on the first 2 notes, then finger 1 and finger 2. And again, after a few weeks of doing that, I started to find that inefficient, so I ended up using a thumb and 3 fingers. So I'd get 1 per string, thumb, index, middle, 3rd finger. I had to practice that quite a lot, so if you want to, you could either start off using a thumb and 1 finger like I did and gradually build it up, or you could go straight in at the deep end and try using all 4 fingers in the right hand. But you might need to practice this for some time. When we talk about muscle memory, we tend to think about learning a new chord shape by repetition. This is kind of the right hand equivalent. It's a kind of mechanical series of moves in the right hand that make the finger picking pattern happen. And you need to practice that over and over again until you can do that without thinking about it. So that's a finger picking pattern, and it's called an arpeggio pattern. I believe arpeggio is Italian for broken chord, or breaking the chord up into its individual notes. That's a pattern, and as the word pattern implies, when we go to some different chords, the pattern is going to stay the same. So we're going to kind of repeat that pattern of the 4 notes. The only thing that changes, the left hand changes, so when we go to the E minor 7 chord, that's there. The only other thing that changes with the right hand with the picking is you need to play the right bass note for each chord. So when we go to the E minor, we're going to play that E string as the bass note. Then we play the other 3 strings exactly like we did in the D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and when we change to the G, if you remember the G bass note is there on that E string again. So the pattern is exactly the same as it was for the E minor 7 chord. Play the bass note and then those 3 thin strings. Then we go to the A7 sus 4 chord. The A bass note is on the A string, the 2nd string down, but the other 3 strings stay the same. So the pattern is the same except for playing the right bass note with your thumb on beat 1. Okay, in order to do this now, what we're going to do is 4 beats on each chord. In terms of our picking, that means we'll do each pattern twice. So we'll do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, then change to E minor, 2, 3, 4, and to G, 1, 2, 3, 4, and to A, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we'll be back to D again. We're going to try the song Over the Mountains by Delirious, Martin Smith. And it's those 4 chords, D, E minor, G, A, and it kind of loops around those chords. So we'll try that with the finger picking. Let's give it a go. Over the mountains and the sea, your river runs with love for me. I will open up my heart and let the healer set me free. I'm happy to be in your truth, and I will daily lift my I will always sing of when your love came down. I could sing of your love forever. I could sing of your love forever. I could sing of your love forever. Sing of your love over the mountains and the sea. Your river runs with love for me. I will open up my heart and let the healer set me free. I'm happy to be in your truth, and I will daily lift my hands. I will always sing of when your love came down. I could sing of your love forever. 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 Oh, I feel like dancing. It's foolishness, I know. When the world has seen the light, they will dance with joy like we're dancing now. I could sing of your love forever. 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 Try practicing that song like that. once you've got that series of moves in your right hand, try applying that to some other songs as well. Try the arpeggio pattern in some other songs. If you're interested in learning more, I've created a free 3-part worship guitar mini series for you. To get access to this in your inbox, click the link below. Alternatively, if you're interested in receiving full and instant access to my online beginner's worship guitar course, or you'd like more information about how to book on one of my live face-to-face courses here in London, you'll also find that information below. I'll be back in the autumn with some more worship workshops. See you soon.